Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and today's video is for you students or people who have little or no experience who are going to try breaking into the workforce in a different way. Now, it's not like your job experience is really going to sell you. So what is going to sell you is going to be your education, and that assumes that you have a college degree. So let me kind of walk you through it. The heading of your resume. Your name, boldface, 14-point type. Skip a line. What you have to do is then put your address, street address, city, state, zip, email address. Don't have a stupid email address. Have a professional email address there. If you have a stupid one, in my opinion, a stupid one, get a new one, but then forward all your messages from that address over to your dumb address. Okay? Skip a line. I don't believe in objectives. I'd rather have you use a cover letter instead. And instead of using a cover letter as an attachment, just put it into the body of your email. What would have been a cover letter, every time you send it out, just use that cover email instead. Now, education. Again, 14-point bold, flush left. Underneath it, where'd you go to school? Where's it located? What year did you graduate? That takes up 2 lines. Boldface, figure you're using 12-point type along the way. And then underneath it, you want to have relevant coursework. So what you're trying to do is fill up with as much information as possible so that there's information that an employer might care about. So understand, they're going to probably ask you questions about the courses, and you're going to need to talk about that. But at the end of the day, you got to talk about your coursework because your jobs really aren't going to sell you. Now, if you've got good internships, following education, you talk about your internships. So in this way, there's information about them. Where did you intern? What did you do? Now, so it could be the name of the company, underneath it where it's located, off to the side, dates that you worked there, and then what you did as part of those internships. Work for a well-known company? Terrific. That's a great internship. Work for a well-known company and do something really interesting. Describe that interesting stuff underneath it. Now, you'll have to be prepared in your interviews to answer the question, why didn't that firm offer you a job after you graduated? If it could be just something as simple as business turned sour and they didn't take on any interns from my class. Or they only chose 2 of the 22. I wasn't one of the 2. I would have been number 4. Okay? So again, just recognize that's going to be a follow-up question that they'll ask. Then you have actual jobs underneath there. You put employment off to the side. Bold it, just like you do with internships, just like you do with education. And then from there, you talk about the jobs that you had. Now, I'll be blunt with you. Most of the jobs that you have, most of the jobs I see entry-level people have are awful. And it's just, no one cares about what you did. You worked at a bowling alley. Who cares? It's not like you're going to get a job working at a bowling alley the next time through. You worked as a cashier at a pool place. Who cares? But as a result, you might just simply say, while attending school, I work for so-and-so and so-and-so doing this kind of work. If you want, I can kind of walk you through what I did, but I don't think you're going to find it particularly relevant to what I did professionally. And I'm at the point in my career where I think you can be that blunt in writing it. Because it's true. No one cares. All they do is roll their eyes up and say, oh, another cashier, or oh, another person who worked at a bowling alley, or whatever it is. No one cares. What they really care about is what you learned in school and the internships that you had that are relevant. So, if you're in your final year and you're playing catch-up, the fact of the matter is you blew it. And now you really got to go out there and hustle. And this is the best format of a resume. You're going to have to play up your education very heavily, even go so far as to talk about some of the course material that was covered in your resume in order to be attractive. Because again, if you think you're going to be hired because you worked at that bowling alley, pool place, or fast food restaurant, unless you're going to be going to work at another bowling alley, pool place, or fast food restaurant, you are wrong. So this is Jeff Altman. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, you're watching on YouTube, share it, leave a comment, click the like button. Do something that lets people know it was worthwhile. Then go over to thebiggamehunter.us and go exploring, because I've got a lot of content there that'll even help you as a beginning job hunter do a better job of finding work more quickly. I'll go through material about resume writing again. I'll go through material about interviewing, salary negotiation, mistakes you should avoid. Just go over to thebiggamehunter.us and go exploring. Not everything is going to be there for you, but there's going to be a lot that you'll find helpful that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. Final things, if we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/the-big-game-hunter. Also, follow my company on LinkedIn, which is thebiggamehunter.inc. Just spend some time connecting with me on LinkedIn. Okay? And again, visit thebiggamehunter.us. Go exploring. This is Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.